Hi, my name's Chloe. I was the project manager and my main task was managing the jobs and all of the tasks and delegating to people for the tasks. For the first task, I edited the video and made sure that everyone gave me the information that they needed about Coventry before we sent it to our counterparts. I managed the tasks by designing jobs related to everyone's skills so that we could all have equal jobs. For the words organisation tasks, I organised that all the group comparisons were done with the French group and that we compared our results and fed back to them. Also, I generally made sure that everyone knew what tasks needed doing and that everyone was aware of what their role was and they could do their jobs properly because of this.
Hello, my name is Ramon. I'm the communication manager for this project. We spend a lot of time communicating with our students and also with the students in France. Eventually, we create a WhatsApp group to communicate between the students in Coventry and the students in Como in France, because it was the easiest and faster way to do it. I devised to communicate it before the seminars as well, because to increase the productivity and we're gonna know what we're gonna talk about in the future. I also agreed to work over doing a PowerPoint over my presentation because we're all more familiar with this kind of applications.
Hi, my name is Nicole. My role in our group was to be a timekeeper. This mainly involved communicating and liaising with the students both in the UK and in France about the timescales for each of the activities and when they could expect a response. This was mainly by informing our group in France via our WhatsApp group on the forum, especially because we were quite slow responding during the first task. Also, part of my role involved encouraging the group to stay on task and avoiding potential distractions when it was difficult to remain positive at times.
Hello, I'm Mike. As my role in the group, I was the secretary of the group, so I was responsible for organising the meetings of the group and the agenda which will be discussed as part of them. I also was the co-editor of the video which introduced the students in Colmar to Coventry, and I also organised the agenda for which information would be discussed in the video that we sent to them.
Hi, my name is Petronella. I joined the group later than the other members, so I took on the role of deadlines manager during the task 2. I made sure that everybody had completed the word association on Open Moodle. I also made sure that the interviews sheet was sent to the French group on the group chat by Nicole. As the deadline manager, I made sure that all deadlines were met by motivating the team to start working, so the task would be completed with the time to spare.
Fine.
Our group is assigned to the coco project, which is a project with University Alta Alsace in Colmar, where we communicated with some French students there. It's a specialised technology college in Colmar. The first task was a video about Coventry, an introduction about all of us and what life in Coventry is like. The second task was word associations and sentence completion, which we compared our results with them to see what stereotypes were like in France and those sorts of things. And the third task was interviews between them, which we focused on the topics multiculturalism, racism, classism, and stereotypes about France and Britain.
During the tasks, we faced a few difficulties. One of them was communicating with students in Colmar. This was due to the language barrier, which sometimes led to them coming across as uncooperative. This could also be put down to the fact that we were communicating via written communication rather than speaking to them. However, we overcame this by responding in a polite manner, and we believe that this taught us some vital workplace skills such as self-motivation and how to respond to sometimes uncooperative people. Another problem that we faced was the constant changing of the group dynamic due to unforeseen circumstances, due to illness and new members joining the group.
One.
On reflection of this task, it was an interesting idea. However, it proved to be quite difficult because it was a challenge for us to find the time outside of the lectures and the seminars to work together. However, we did learn a couple of workplace skills which included teamwork, time management and working under pressure, which we feel will be useful. Also, we got to learn more about the French culture, particularly in Colmar, where the university was significantly smaller than ours, which could have impacted also their interpretations of their own culture. Finally, we adapted the communication in our project as we created a WhatsApp group, which was easier to communicate with our students in France, as often the responses on the forum were quite slow. Additionally, this allowed us to have more privacy when communicating with the students in France.
So what we learned about the life in a small village like Como in France. It's quite different if we compare with this one in Coventry. Also, how it can affect the students in Como and in Coventry. The students in Como, they live quite close to the university. However, here in Coventry, we got students from all over the country and also from outside the country. We found that the buildings as a whole, it was smaller than ours, which is quite surprising, but also it surprised us the price in France for the highest education, which is a lot cheaper than here in Coventry or in the UK. Also, we realised that the students in Como, they don't pay for their studies.
Thanks for watching.